The estranged wife of world-renowned concert pianist Vadim Kolodenko has been found not guilty by reason of insanity in the 2016 deaths of the couple's two daughters. Judge Ruben Gonzalez in Fort Worth on Monday ordered Sofia Tsygankova, 34, who was charged with capital murder, committed to a state mental hospital. The defense and prosecutors agreed with the ruling. The Ukrainian-born Kolodenko in 2013 won the Van Cliburn International Piano Competition in Fort Worth. Scroll down for video. On March 17, 2016, he found his daughters, 5-year-old Nika and 20-month-old Michaela, dead in their Benbrook, Texas. The parents had filed for divorce just a few months earlier. Prosecutors alleged Tsygankova smothered her children. She initially was deemed unfit for trial, but received mental health treatment for 6 months, and in June 2017 was ruled competent. As Judge Gonzalez announced the verdict on Monday, Tsygankova closed her eyes and was embraced by her defense attorney. Her mother and sister traveled from Russia and were in the audience. Our system of justice does not allow the conviction of a person who is legally insane at the time of the offense, District Attorney Sharon Wilson said in a statement cited by WFAA. Under our law, a person who does not understand that their conduct is wrong because of their severe mental disease cannot be convicted. Share this article. Share in this case, a verdict of not guilty by reason of insanity is correct under the facts, and it is what justice demands. On the day of the double homicide, Kolodenko arrived at his estranged wife's home to take his children to school when he discovered their bodies. The acclaimed pianist had called 911 and reported that his wife was going crazy, according to an affidavit reviewed by the Daily Mail. When Tsygankova was arrested, she told officers she recalled cutting herself with a knife and taking pills, but had no memory of harming her children. Hours after the bodies of her children were found, she asked investigators, "Did I do anything bad to my kids?" Nika and Michaela were discovered dead in bed, with a pillow partially covering the head of the youngest child. Tsygankova had a history of mental illness and had visited a mental health facility in Fort Worth a day before smothering her daughters, said the affidavit. She was found kneeling on the floor wearing a blood-stained nightgown and rocking back and forth while mumbling in Russian inside a closet, the document stated. Tsygankova had self-inflicted wounds on her wrist and chest, and a butcher knife was found near the home's patio. An empty prescription bottle of antipsychotic drug quetiapine used to treat bipolar disorder and schizophrenia were also found inside the home. Police also found bloodied linens inside her Ford Focus and blood in and around the car, according to the affidavit. Kolodenko filed for divorce from his wife of 5 years in November 2015 after the couple arrived to the U.S. from Russia in 2014. He cited disorder, conflict of personalities. He had not been living with his estranged wife or daughter since August 2015, 2 months after he had begun seeing another woman. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram reported that Tsygankova has suffered from depression and hallucinations. She reportedly believed her soul, and the souls of both her daughters, had been stolen by the devil, and that killing them and herself was the only way to save them all. She feared that Nika would be unable to think and that Michaela would be paralyzed. The mother would later tell her doctors she also believed that, if her daughters lived, it would trigger World War III. Under the conditions of the verdict, Tsigankova could only be released from the state mental hospital if she is deemed sufficiently stable and not dangerous to herself or others. WFAA privacy policy.